Hi everybody, welcome back to TerraFirmaCraft Season 3 with me, Sid, and we're, if you can't tell from perspective, we're cooking. Yeah, we are getting some food back. Also butchered a chicken, it escaped. And we taught it what we do to escapees in this particular this farm. So, plans today. Let me talk about plans today, because this is episode, of course, 101. Which means that I actually managed to skip episode 100 without actually going, oh, we had episode 100. So, okay, medium, brilliant, medium, excellent. So, yeah, I have decided that I want to push red steel, which means, of course, let me just do some stacking. Maybe I need to. There we go. That's better. So we got a bit of bread. We got chicken. Got garlic and dried peach. A meal fit for a king. So, yeah, I want to push red steel, which of course means several things. Not least of which is I actually need to. How do I put this? I need to. Oh god, itchy nose. You know when you get just a really, really, really itchy nose? There, one of them. Give me. I'll let you take 4 items. So if I do you and you, seal that up, chop it up, take that off my back, pick that up. That's on my back. I'm not too worried about having vast numbers of pots, mainly because I don't know where the hell they've all gone. I had loads, and yeah, I am completely stumped as to what's happened to them all. They're about somewhere. Well, they can't have gone far. I mean, I suppose that's got you due. That's fine, but pottery shack, perhaps. That is about the only place left. I didn't really want to do that. Damn it. Let me just. Do you know what? I'm trying to use shortcuts here, which is failing badly, as you probably noticed. Let me have a look. We've got a ceramic jug. And then nothing. Now you have got nothing in yet. I've got no idea, you know, what has happened to all those clay vessels. I mean, I could make more, but yeah, no, I don't want to. I don't desperately need them. Let's just move. So we need several things. We need, well, probably going to need some gold. I've got gold, but you know, main thing I need is iron more than anything. Iron is obviously always going to be a bit of a shortage item. Sphalerites would be welcome, and you know, would not be. Hang on a second. Just trim that in half. I'm going to take half with me because I'm conscious that the bread that I've got up there might not last. Yeah, iron for definite. Copper is useful and would be, again, a useful thing. I've got quite a bit of malachite, but I didn't really want to use vast quantities of malachite, purely and simply because oh, you're kidding me. That'll go in. That will. Do we need to take a bowl with us? I think we probably do. So, and that won't go. Oh, crying out loud. How on earth is a man supposed to... Well, that's too big as well. Alright, fine. I don't mind if oh, and now it rains. Wonderful. If that's the way it has got to be, then that is the way that it's got to be, isn't it, really? There's no avoiding this fact. Bang, bang, bang. Done. Done. Is it night time? Looks like it could be getting on towards night. Yes, it is. Right, in which case I'm going to sleep. We are going to head out. I'll not bother coming back until we get out a bit further away from home. And I'll see you in a bit. Alright, first up, we're just around near the Forest of Doom. It's a little bit laggy actually. It's probably all these trees and mobs. So there's surface copper here. I've also got surface galana, which I'm not too bothered about. And there's surface, what looks to be quite a lot of surface copper in this area. So that's galana. This looks to be copper still. Let's see, and that looks to be poor quality. Great. Is it worth the effort then? Well, that's certainly not. What about over here? Is this the same vein? Good question. Now, we'll come in this way because I want to, if I go back to the map in a minute, I'll say, well, what are you? You are still poor quality. That's a shame. We'll grab what there is, because why would you not while you're here? And copper, before we have got a fair bit of copper anyway, so it's not the end of the world. And remember, of course, that breaking ore blocks doesn't trigger cave-ins, so we can dig away at some of this stuff in the area, then come back and take out a block. Just a one cheaty, well, not cheaty, I suppose, just using the mechanics in our favour. And while we're here, you know, as I say, it seems wrong not to grab a little bit of this this fairly easily accessible copper. Now I have got that, which will help, because we can pop that in and use that to forcibly eject the ores that are not playing ball and not coming out to play with us, like this. Little tricks. Ooh, that looks a bit close to the surface, that one. I'm reluctant to trigger a cave-in, even of dirt, because oh god, that could have been so nasty. Yeah, I'll not worry about those. I really don't want to kill myself in the process, you know what I mean, just for a bit of poor quality copper. But yeah, if we can get around here, I'm sure some of this is, there we go, there's one. We can jump up there, we can have you. And like I say, I'm not going to bust a gut getting loads and loads of this stuff, but you know, that's several ingots worth there already, just 2 or 3 ingots. Well, 2 or 3 ingots is not several. It's not anything where near several, but yeah, it's easy enough to do, I suppose. So if I go there, that's where I want to be. I just want to get, I don't want to leave those two nuggets of copper about. Of course, copper's not the main requirement. Yeah. Oops. Hang on. Where is that hole? It's there, isn't it? Yes, thought so. Alright, there's a bit more. And, well, while we're at it, we'll have that one as well. He says wherever it went. Where do you go? There. Right. Anyway, that is not getting us a whole lot of useful resources, just a little tiny bit of copper. And there's more around there. My horse is down there. I wanted to just have a look over at this side of the while we're over this way. Sun's setting anyway, so we're going to have to set up shop for the night somewhere. But these cliff faces can be really handy for spotting easily accessible ore deposits. I'm not really seeing much though, to be honest. There's that looks like more copper there, possibly worth a check in the morning. But yeah, so I'm going to grab a little bit of copper. I'll check that little bit over there as well, just to check whether it's any good. And then we'll take the horse and continue on to where I think is, if I can just center myself on me, there's hematite over here. We've been and done that one, but I was thinking of heading up this way. There's a whole area that we've not even touched around there, which is possibly worth a bit of investigation. So, and I should have eaten before I slept then. Anyway, see you in a bit. Okay, pay dirt. This is probably the most dangerous place I've ever mined. Let me demonstrate. I just need a few more ladders to get up. Let me do 2 more sets. So we came over. The hematite is right. Started. The signal basically started here. I went this way. Went about 17, 18 that way. So this is about the middle block. Was heading in towards the wood. I decided I wasn't really prepared to go into the Forest of Doom for this. This was pushing it, so I decided to try it about here. And went down. It is literally here, just beneath the gravel. So yeah, these bits here I think are not going to get got somehow. Just call me cynical, but I don't think that's really in our best interest. Now the nice thing, now normally I don't like high quality hematite. However, we can break this down, I think with a hammer, to a 25, and it'll give us a 10 as well. So yeah, that's actually, this is really handy. With a capital really, actually, if I'm going to be brutally honest. We've got a really adequate supply of lumber on hand. I probably should, let me just get rid of you a second, put you over there, chisel that. Oh bum, that's going to be awkward. I can chisel that and that, however, and that shouldn't trigger a cave-in. And then if we get rid of something like that, then we can place, oh god, get there eventually, that and that in there. We can bring this back over here and we can get back up, get settled. Is there any water? Oh god, is there any fresh water in the area? That's the other thing. I'm not seeing a huge amount. That's going to be probably the limiting factor. Our horse is over here somewhere. There we go, perfect. So we can get our bed down here. I have to eat something quick, and yeah, we're good. So I'm going to set myself up here. I'm going to have to make some pit props and all the usual paraphernalia, but as I say, we're not short on timber. The limiting factor here, I think, is almost certainly water. I think there's some water over this way. Let's just go and have a look. But that's going to be, that iron is going to be an absolute godsend. I think that's it, because sphalerites, we've actually, we know where there's sphalerites. We've got those marked on the map already, and we've got a little sphalerite mine not far from home. So if I can get this lot sorted. Come on, I know there's water here. Yes. Lovely. So we're set, really. We can get some mining done in the area. Oh, there's more water there, look. And just basically loading ourselves up with iron. So I'm going to get on with this. I'm going to also ditch off that. I don't need it. We're going to ditch off that. I don't need it. We're going to ditch those. We don't need them. We will need pit props. So I'm going to get on. I will be back with a progress update in a little while. Alright, bit of an update for you. It's the hole in the ground is getting bigger. I've had cave-ins. Some areas of this are very, very close, and the only reason that gravel hasn't come down is because of these pit supports. So, just a little tip for you: if you're ever mining and if you're mining like this, very close to a junction between gravel and things, if you want to know, let's take for example, if we were to come down here, I can't chisel that because there are more than 3 blocks of stone above it. However, if that block, the next one in, is gravel, then I should be able to chisel that one. I can't, but I can chisel that, and I can chisel that. So you can't do 3 down basically. So always, if you can chisel a block, then you know that above that block, somewhere very close, at least, well, for that, there's got to be that block there, then there's a good chance that it's, see, that there and there will go. So using the chisel technique allows you to spot what's going on above the block that you're mining, which can be potentially useful. Yeah, they're no good, but they are. Now there's a chance one of those could collapse. Okay, we didn't. Good. But yeah. Now in terms of what we've got those are both full. This is getting full. My food is decaying rapidly. I suppose I should. Oh, you can't trim the kale sandwiches, can you? For some bizarre reason. But yeah, using the chisels allowing me to get these blocks, which is very handy, because it means I can chisel those, which means those are safe, and I can also place these blocks in just to block off these. Now I know for a fact that above there and there is gravel, so I ain't touching that with anybody's. So yeah, I'm just going to continue on getting more of this stuff. And yeah, I think probably there's going to be more hematite here than I can take back. So, well, no, well, and we got food stinks again. All right, not a problem. Nom 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 nom. I'll probably need a drink as well. Yeah, back in a bit. All right, I'm done over here. It is scary. Whoa! Oh God, that was nearly nasty. It is scary the amount of ore left down that hole. Yeah. But I have got these. This is pretty much full. We've got additional ones. We've got a few gems. Yeah, why not? We are going to leave these here. I might as well leave those here as well, for that matter. And we are going to head back where we're going to start putting together, if not red steel, the infrastructure for red steel, because unfortunately red steel is convoluted. Right, which way do I want to go? That way. Come on, let's go. Yeah. So you've seen, obviously, in the previous episodes, the necessary steps to get black steel. Now, red steel is made up from an alloy of black steel, steel, rose gold, and brass. Rose gold, of course, being an alloy of gold and copper, and brass being an alloy of zinc and copper. So straight away you've got a bit of a fun and games, because you need to go from you've got 3 alloys there, including one of them is black steel. Then you need to take that and you need to basically, let me get this right, you weld it with another black steel ingot, and then you can refine it to red steel. So you're looking at steel ingot, black steel ingot, which of course requires steel in its own right, and more steel ingot, just to get red steel. And of course, to make that and do anything with red steel, you need a red steel or blue steel anvil. So you need 14 of those before you can actually do anything with the red steel. So that is why red steel is such a pain in the backside. and that is what we're aiming for. So as soon as I get us back to a safe location, I suppose I should keep my eye out for other ores, but I think we're okay at the moment for most of the... Oh, I've been here before. This looks like a steel strip mine. Yeah, it is. Right, anyway, I will see you when we get back. Alright, we're back. I've put my food back into my crafting kitchen surface thing. We've got some to go on with, and let's go and see what we got, because we got a lot. And what we're going to need to do is, let's plonk you down here and unseal. So we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rich hematite there. Straight off the bat, bang. Let's turn those into normal and rich. And we can do that. Oh, and there's our broken thing. Okay, doesn't matter. We'll get the normal. Bang. Let's do these, and we can make. I mean that was a stone hammer anyway, so no loss. Let's pull all of this crap stuff down here. We're going to have more hematite than we know what to do with, in truth be known. I don't want to use a good hammer, just because I'm tight. I'm a Yorkshireman, what more can I say? Hammer. So we can break that down, we can start converting that, and the first thing we're going to need is probably, what have we got hiding around in here? Nothing? Out and out. We've got a whole loads of gems and ramel, but not what I'm looking for. When I think of the amount of blocks of stone, rocks I threw away, and I know there are people, those of you out there who find me throwing things away, but to be honest, rock I ain't got a shortage of. However, hammer I do have a shortage of, so let's fix said hammer shortage like that, and then we can continue on. Bonk, 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 bonk. That's not going to do the rest of them, is it? I'm going to need to make another one. That in itself is not a problem. And with a little bit of that, bonk. There we go. So first things first, let's get the basic red steel ingot done, or the red steel alloy. It's not necessarily the most appropriate thing to do first, but it's what we're going to do. So there you go. Where's that 3 gone? There you go. That's so that is 8. So there's 4 in each of those, and each one of those is 1.6. So yeah, do the math. So what we're going to need to do, we're going to need black steel. We need 8 black steel, 3 steel, 2 rose gold, 2 brass to make the thing. So 8 black steel. Well, we haven't got any black steel at all, So what we're going to do is we're going to take steel, 1, 2, 3, 4, and then 1, 2, 3, 4, that's 8. We're going to take 2 nickel, 1, 2. Okay, we're going to have to do this again, and we're going to take 2 black bronze, and we're going to cook those up and start making our black steel. That's the first job of the day. And obviously we're going to need to you know, be bellowing that and stuff. We'll get those in for starters, then we'll do the nickel, then we'll do the steel, and that is going to come in contact with these, of course. So once that's done, we're going to start smelting that out of the system. Yeah, that's where we're at. So this is just going to take a short while, and I'll be back in a moment. Alright, so that's the weak steel melted down. That's enough for 12 ingot, 12 lots. I'm going to need to do another 6, which is, yeah, it's going to be more. I've also got this thing running, which is obviously I've only just set running for a while. There's 3 steel ingots are going on in there at the moment, and also at the moment, if we just run up top, I'll just leave that running. Charcoal and fuel I'm not too desperate on at the moment. We've still got 4, so that's 8, 9 more ingots worth in there. So I've got 3 running, 9 left. That's 12, which should be enough, because this should be 12 ingots of weak steel. However, what we are waiting on is this stuff to start passing through. In the meantime, we can pop one of those in there and start cooking up this weak steel. If we have to reheat it, we'll have to reheat it, and that we melt. We will mix or weld with the pig iron when it comes out of here, to make the black steel that we need. And we need 8 black steel, as I say, to do one batch worth of red steel. Whoops. Come on, we must be getting close. I've also had to make an additional tier. I had some steel, so we've used steel to make a new tier, because the last one is raw iron, and that's not going to last us this batch. There we go, we're off. Excellent. And then we can get you going. As I say, we may need to right, 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Take you out, go in there, that's doing its thing. Pop one of those in. Okay, so we're waiting for you to, let's just strip some of these out while we're at it. That's our weak steel. None of these can, oh, that one can weld still, but that's fine. Yeah. So, well, you need to heat up a little bit. Brilliant white liquid still. Those are definitely not in a good place. Oh, you need another 4. 1, 2, 3, and 4, and 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. And I'm sure there's probably better ways of doing this thing. Well, I mean, redstone wise, there's almost certainly going to be something better, isn't there? So these are both liquid. Let me stick one of those in there. Okay, your weak steel, your pig iron. Come on, let's see whether we can't get this weak steel, pig iron. Oops, broke. Weld, refine. And that's it. 1 black steel. 8 more to go. Okay. Alright. Well, time's ticking on. And I'm probably going slightly over on this episode, but I seem to have been doing that a bit recently. How do I put it? Been getting a little bit sloppy with my timekeeping. But we've got 2 rose gold. So I had rose gold from the rose gold anvil we had. We have got 8 black steel, and we've got 4 spares. Not enough to do what we need, but it's a good start. So first thing we are going to need, apart from the rose gold, is we are going to need to make brass, and brass is 8 copper to 1 zinc. So I've got 6 copper there. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 copper. And if we go over in here and go and get this stuff, we've also got, now I need 6, so 4 more. There you go. That's some copper. These are going to be a pain in the bum where they are, I think, but we're going to have to get these going anyway. So let us get this stuff off to start off with. Unfortunately, copper melts really quickly, so shouldn't be a problem at all. No, not you. You, no. See, this is going to be a problem with these there. So what we'll do is very carefully just poke a header in there and go and do that. So that's got you going. We'll just give you a little pump just to get that going up, and let that run through. And then I want 1, 2, 3, 4 of those, which is valerite, of course, which is your zinc. So let us just let this lot go through, and obviously we haven't put a ceramic mold in there yet. And while we are doing that, I also, let's get this furnace relit, because I want to heat up these here. I'm looking for, I can't see wood for the trees here. Fuel is not a major problem now we've got those blast furnaces going, so that's always a good thing. Okay, so we're almost up to, oh, they're 15. Hang on a second. Oh damn, that's too much. Stop. 195. Damn it. 15. So 195, 210, 225. Hang on, it's going to be 15, isn't it? So if I put in, how much you got there? Well, let me just do, I'll work this out. 210. So I need to, I'm going to need to bring this down by an ingot's worth, I think. 240, 255. No, I was right. I was just, I need to take out one of those. That's, there's 8 copper, and there's 3 to 5. There you go. Yeah, that works. 8 copper, right. Look, we all know that my maths is terrible, so let's just forget that ever happened, and eventually, give or take a second or two, we will have this in here. Okay, 8 and then 4, and that should give us a percentage of 11% zinc and 88.9% copper. Yep, which is brass. So now we can get this thing going and start draining the brass off. There's a little bit more than we need because we only need 2 of these, but I'll need to drain this off first. So let me oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Let me get these off, all bar 2, and we should be good to go. Let me just jump over there. So yeah, I'll get this drained to the point where we've only got 2 ingots left in the system, and I'll be back with it. Alright, so we've got the brass. It needs 2 rose gold. So that gives us 400. We need then 3 steel. Of which we have a little bit floating around through there, so we shall pop those in. This is probably going to need a pump or 2 now, because we're into hot metal territory. And eventually we should be good. And these are now at the I'm ready to weld stage, so that's good as well. And then oh, they're in there. I'm like, where's them full black steel gone? In with the black steel. Now, you really do want to double check that you've got your ingredients right here. So I've got 2 black steel, sorry, 8 black steel, 2 rose gold, 2 brass, and 3 steel. And that is correct, that's what I put in. So all we need to do is get these to melt. And eventually we should get wheat red steel. I think it's wheat red steel it's called. And obviously we're not going to get the anvil done and everything this episode, that kind of goes without saying really. What we are going to do is get a red steel ingot done all the way, and then I will probably time lapse the rest of the red steel process to get the full anvil. Almost there, almost. Please, please. That's right. 8221, 53%. 15 ingots worth. That is absolutely correct. Is it because I didn't put brass in? I put the... Hang on a second, let me just check. Because this is going to... I'm going to be... Well, I'm not going to be annoyed. If it's screwed up, then that's easily fixed. We can fix those. Unshaped red steel. There we go. High carbon, weak. 50 to 55% black steel, 10 to 15% rose gold, 10 to 15% brass, 20 to 25% steel. That is absolutely correct. I suspect what's happened here is because I didn't put brass in, I've not got brass out. Let me just check that. What I'll do is I'll basically break this, bring these in creative mode, smelt it back to the same point, and we'll have a look, see what happens. Back in. Alright, coming up on the moment of truth, let me add the 2 rose gold again. That should go in pretty quick. And now 2 brass. 1 and 2. Wheat red steel. So I did have exactly the right quantities, it was just the fact that I'd got it in the thing. So note to the wise, make your brass first, then put it in. Don't make your brass in the crucible and then add things to it before you pull the brass out. It needs to be brass in there, not copper and zinc. Bummer. Oh, that was... Oh, you have got no idea how salty I would have just got right then if that had been broken, shall we say. Right, well, we're just waiting on this to cool. These are hot. So let's get these going. That will give us our wheat red steel. Well, we've already got our wheat red steel. Here we go. Get one of those. Bang. Let's grab one of those. Let's jump in here. Let's weld that together. Let's go to refine it. No, damn it. There we go. Red steel ingot. 1 of 14. Yeah, it's that one of the going to be one of those. But on the flip side, we're there. This is just a matter now of rinse and repeat. No, it's not a 3 then. As I say, 8 more times. Well, actually 12 more times. But we need to get more black steel cooked first, which of course we haven't got right now. So that is going to be probably the time lapse for the oh, that's ready. Okay, go. Look at that lovely red steel. This is why I have never built a full suit of red steel armor. It is painful to get to. There we go. Two punches and we're sorted. Excellent. Right, anyway, there's 15 of those ingots in there. Better leave you in there for a second. Oh, there we go. You can come out now. That red steel ingot cools really quickly. So, maximum tier. We need to do a little bit more work getting the getting this lot done, but on the whole I am a very happy bunny. So I will probably work on this between episodes. Next episode we will definitely get to the point of having a red steel anvil, and probably the most expensive the most expensive bucket in the world. But until next time, thank you very much for watching, guys, and I will see you soon, and bye for